Hey everyone, Cherry Grove here. Another Deadside tutorial. This time, base building 101. Small things that I've learned after playing the game. Maybe you don't have a base started, maybe you do. There's some info in this for everybody. So if you know nothing about it, we're going to start from ground zero. We're going to need branches. So equip your knife. Go to a bush, start whacking it, and you'll get some branches. You can also do it to a tree if you have a knife. For some reason you can't find a bush, but you see a tree, go ahead and whack the tree and you'll get branches that way too. Go ahead and get yourself a fuckload of branches and open up your crafting menu. Go to base, you'll see the hammer. You can find these, but it might be easier to just craft one than go looking for one. Just takes branches. This is the tool that is used to lay down all your base building pieces. So go ahead and equip that to your toolbar. Pop that in your hands. You hold L2. L2 opens up the wheel where you choose the different pieces that you're going to build. As you can see here, it's green. I'm actually outside of an outpost construction zone area. It's an unnamed location. You can't build inside of them, but if you get far enough away, you can build right outside of it. And there's actually a benefit to that. We'll go over that here soon. So if you see green, that means green means go. So that means you're good. Red means you can't. So go ahead and run around until you find a nice little spot you like. As you can see here, you can actually build a foundation inside the tree. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, but the game will let you. Now, the reason I bring that up is because, as you can see here on my base, I have a bunch of trees around my base. I didn't plan ahead, and I have these trees surrounding my base. That kind of hindered my progress there for a little bit. There's no way to cut them down. So if it's in your foundation, it's in your foundation. There's nothing you can do about it. So make sure you just got a nice amount of area. So if you hold L2 to open up that wheel again, you'll see upgrades, repairs, disassembly. If you choose that, that'll let you tear down a piece if you place it by mistake. So go ahead and hold square on that. Boom, tear it down. You get a refund on the branches. So let's go ahead and get started here. We'll do a little shack. Once you got your foundation in hand, you can use the right stick up and down to raise it or lower it if you don't want grass clipping through the floor. So I'd raise it a little bit. And we're going to craft a ramp here so you can get up in your little base there. Now we're just going to throw down some walls. There's different pieces, window openings, doors. Now for doors specifically, you're going to want a door opening. So pop the door opening down and go ahead and find the door, and then that's how you fill in the door. Same thing with the window. There's shutters. And there you go. Now, let's say you wanted something bigger. You want to make a garage where you can store a Jeep or a motorcycle or something. We're going to use scaffolding for that. So in your opening, pop your scaffolding down. And then it's just as easy as choosing the gate, pop the gate in the scaffold, boom. Now you got a bigger door opening for Jeeps, motorcycles. I'm fairly certain it'll fit the Jeep. I don't have one, so I can't say for certain, but it'll definitely store. It's big enough for a motorcycle, so that's how you do that. Now, as you can see here, the pieces, as I'm highlighting them, it says upgrade. We're going to go over upgrading here in a minute. Highlight the piece. You'll see up top you need planks and nails, 10 and 8. The top number is what you need. The bottom number is what you have. Now, upgrading will also raise the health of it. It's 1,000. I think when you go to wood, it's 4,000. There's 3 tiers. There's the branch shack, the wood wall, and then the metal. Those are the 3 different tiers, which require different things to upgrade it. I would highly recommend moving up from branch to regular wood. Planks and nails are both very easy to get, and I'm going to show you that here in a minute, which also circles back to why it's good to maybe build outside of a certain type of outpost. I'm actually outside of this construction zone. It's like a woodworking construction manufacturing facility. You'll see here in the map, J8. It's in the middle of the map-ish. It's a pretty good spot, right above Balota there. I like this spot a lot. And the reason I chose this spot is it has a wood planer. A wood planer will allow you to turn logs that you get from cutting down trees with an axe. Well, not cutting it down, but chopping at it. It'll let you create planks. And I didn't have power or anything at my base, so I ended up building outside this construction zone because this one has a wood planer. So you can open up that wood planer and you can pop in some logs. I'll show you how to get logs here in a minute. There's nails all over the place, especially these construction zones. So as you can see here, I'm going to go around, find some nails. They are everywhere. Let's go ahead and look around. Spare parts is always good to pick up. Scrap metal. See that scrap metal pile there? Sometimes those will glow, and it'll allow you to pick up scrap metal and rebar. Let's go ahead and run around, find yourself some nails if you don't already have them. You should absolutely hoard these when you find them. You will find them a lot, but here I'm getting attacked by a fucking wolf. So this is kind of a one-take type of video. I recorded this footage earlier, so if it seems kind of discombobulated and rambling, I'm sorry, but just wanted to help out some players here with base building. So anyway, fire axe, woodcutter's axe, you've probably found them. You equip that and you can chop a tree. As you can see, I tried to chop those two other trees. It wouldn't let me. Look for the thicker ones like this one. Go ahead and whack at it, and that's how you get logs. Axes are very easy to find. If you can't find them in the safe zones where the sellers are, they sell axes there. You should be selling guns that you don't need to those sellers to start raking in a bunch of money. So if you ever find yourself without nails or axes or whatever you need, you can go to there and you can buy yourself whatever you're missing if for some reason you just can't seem to find it out in the wild, but you absolutely should be able to. So again, outside of Balota, middle of the map, if you can't find a wood planer, you can go here. You'll see the check mark on the logs, pop it in the planer, hit start. For every one log that gets planed, it gives you 4 planks. So the output is actually very, very good. Yeah, so you just sit there and wait. Now, in PvE, which is what I play on, people can, I'm pretty sure, open up these planers and take your planks and your wood, since it's a public location. So just make sure you're kind of guarding it. Most players in this game are really nice, but you know, you do what you got to do. They might take your planks, so just kind of babysit it. There are some enemies that spawn in this area. You can kill them. It's actually an easy mission that spawns here all the time, so if you take them out, you get a loot drop and access to that planer. So planks and nails in hand. We're going to run back to our base. Real quick, you can actually see this green radius here. This shows our area that we've claimed. And you'll see upkeep time in the bottom right. We're going to go over that here soon. But the green radius is where you can build. And I'm pretty sure that only appears once the storage bin is down, which goes back into the thing I was talking about with upkeep time. We'll cover that here in a minute. So, planks, nails, highlight the piece. Make sure you have the hammer in your hand. You hold L2, go to the upgrade spot, highlight a piece, R2, boom. You've now upgraded it. It's that easy. We'll do the floors and do all all that real quick. You can do it to the windows and all that. I'm not going to do it. Just trying to show you the basics here. So again, you're going to want to open your crafting menu, go to base, look at the different things that you can craft. But the very first thing you're going to want is this specific storage container. It doesn't hold weapons and stuff like that. It's specifically to hold the amount of items required to upkeep your base and structures in your base claim area per 24 hours. And you'll see here that I'm actually trying to put one down. I already have one in my base, so it's not going to let me do it. I'm going to run to my base here and show you the storage bin that I already have. So we're going to open this up. As you can see on the left here, cost per 24 hours, branches and planks. Now that's for wood specifically. I've upgraded all my pieces to wood. So the cost per 24 hours is 75 branches, 1.1 thousand planks. That scales with the amount of structures you have built on your land claim area. If you have a smaller base, that will be a much smaller amount per 24 hours. But what you do is you pop those in and it'll automatically use them to upkeep the structures. You can see I have enough in there to upkeep for 5 days, 18 hours. After that time goes down, your buildings will start to decay. Now it's not an immediate decay. It doesn't mean all of a sudden your buildings are just gone after 5 days and 18 hours, but they will fairly quickly start to decay. So make sure you're planning ahead if you're going to not be playing the game or you're going to be off for the weekend or something. Make sure you have enough in that storage bin to upkeep it. And it changes with each tier. So if you're just using branches, it'll probably only use branches in the storage bin. If you use wood, it's branches and planks. And then for metal, I've never upgraded to it, but I'm fairly certain it's like a sheet metal and all that stuff. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to get a base started. The game doesn't explain any of it to you. I wish it would, but that's how these survival crafting games go. But once you get the hang of it, you're like, man, this is easy. Why was I struggling with this? So just a couple tips here for you. Now, you can also make a planer at home if you have power. Fairly easy to make. Make yourself a little shack. Just start hoarding everything. If you don't want to build outside of an outpost like I did, just start hoarding everything in a large plank container. You'll see plank containers and large plank containers. Skip the plank container, go straight to large plank container. Do yourself a favor. Fucking wolf. The plank container just doesn't hold as much as the large one. So go ahead and skip it. Do yourself a favor. Craft the large one. And start looking through your craft section here. You know, a lot of the stuff that seems like it's hard to craft, it's not. Scrap metal, logs, spare parts. Those are things that you're going to be finding everywhere. Scrap metal, spare parts, logs, I've already showed you how to get. If you have an axe, you can get a shitload. Generator is literally spare parts and scrap metal. You should be hoarding those, so 10 each, it's not too bad. But if you pop down a generator, you could fill it with a fuel canister. You'll find those everywhere on the road, in cars. Just check the highways for broken down cars. You will find some gas containers or gas stations. You'll find them there. But if you have a generator, you can build a wood planer. And you can fill the generator with that gas. It fills twice. Each time is 15 minutes. So half an hour max run time. Turn that on. Open up your planer. Pop the logs in. And you got planks at home. Now you can actually pop those in and log off, and it'll continue to run until the gas runs out. So if you're trying to, upkeep your base for a long time, but you need to get off for a couple hours, go ahead and turn that bad boy on, make some planks, log off. You'll be totally fine. Now base lock here is very important. You're going to want to craft one of those. Wire, spare parts, very easy. You can also buy it from the vendors if you want. and that'll make it so you can lock all your doors and people can't mess with your shit. If you don't have one of these storage bins, I'm pretty sure people can come into your house and open up your stuff. So make sure you do the storage bin, put a lock on, so that way if things start to decay when you're offline, you still have a lock and you can hop into your game and, you know, make sure all your stuff is safe. So again, sorry for the rambling. Just wanted to show some base building techniques and tips for people who maybe don't know how to do it. So thanks again for watching, and I hope this helped.